Welcome, everybody. My name is Joelle, and today's 10-minute yoga class is going to focus on giving the entire body a great stretch, all well done lying down on our backs. So that's where we'll start out. Rolling yourself all the way down. Planting both feet to start out. Take a moment, close the eyes. Deep breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. And we'll invite our right knee in towards the chest, holding on behind the leg. Just start to trace some circles with that ankle. Taking it a few times in one direction, and then reversing. And then keep the leg as it is. Just bring the arms alongside the body and see if you can pull that right knee in a little bit closer to your chest. Really pull, pull, pull. Good strengthening move here. And then send that leg long away from you, but don't let it touch down. Point through the toes and reach them as far away from you as possible. Really reach. And then softly set that right heel down towards the mat. And we'll invite the left knee in towards the chest now. You can sway the knee a little bit side to side, or you can simply hold still. Transfer your hands now behind that left knee and trace a couple of circles at the knee. So see if you can really isolate this towards the hip joint, kind of a strange movement. Most of us probably not used to it. And take a few back the other way. Really good for the knee joint here. And then we'll bring both knees in towards the chest. Just hug yourself in, full wind pose. You can rock it out a little bit side to side. Nicely done. Returning to your breath here. And same thing, second side. So we'll set the right foot down, holding on behind the left thigh, and you can begin with those circles at the ankle. Really bringing that foot around. Maybe setting an intention for today as we send that ankle back in the other direction. And perhaps a good intention for today would be to release. Wonderful intention as we lie on our backs. You can release those circles, bring the arms alongside the body, pull that left knee in towards the heart, really pull, pull, pull. See if you can bring it that tiny bit further. And then send that leg long without letting it touch down, pointing through the toes and reaching them far in front of you. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the heel down as the right knee comes in towards the heart, either holding still or perhaps swaying a little bit left and right. And then bringing the hands behind that knee, and we'll trace those little knee circles as smoothly as possible. See if it's really the knee that's circling, or sometimes the ankle tries to kind of take over here. We'll go back the other way. Really nice. You can release that. The second knee will come in towards the heart as well. Give yourself a hug, rock it out. Bring one hand onto each knee so that you can separate the knees, letting the hands really weigh them down here, feeling a nice stretch through the inner thigh and groin. We'll take a very gentle motion here. Really let the arms do the work. See if the legs can kind of be basically dead weight from here. So use the hands to pull the knees as close towards your shoulders as possible. And then straighten the arms as much as possible. So we're kind of bending into the elbows and then extending them. Just kind of flossing through that inner hip joint a few times. Go at your own pace. Last one. And then gently release, and we'll set the feet down on the mat, turning the toes outwards. So the heels are still on the mat, the toes are off of it. We'll squeeze through the glutes and lift ourselves up into a half bridge pose. And then lower ourselves halfway. Squeeze to lift. Inhale, lower just halfway. 2 more. Looking to feel this in the outer hip with the toes turned out like this. As we finish our last motion, rolling the spine all the way down, bring the feet back in parallel, roughly hips width apart, and we'll slide either one or both hands underneath the lower back. So the palms are flat to the mat, just underneath that low spine. And think about using the abs now to really crush those hands underneath your lower back. And then release. So we can exhale to press those hands through the floor. And release. It's our abs doing the work here as we contract. And let it go just one more time. Press it down. And let it go. Beautifully done. Let's bring the arms back alongside the body. We'll take just a few more, just like that, but without the hands this time. So think about contracting through the abs as you press the entire spine down into the mat. And release. And just notice how this changes things. We need to recruit the glutes a little bit now. Perhaps a different part of the abs to travel that extra distance, bringing the lower spine all the way down towards the mat. We'll take one more. And then let that go. And with the feet in this parallel position now, we'll come up into that half bridge position again. Press the heels down, lift the glutes. See if you can lift just a tiny bit higher. We'll stay here for 3 deep breaths. Keep squeezing. Can you lift just that tiny bit higher? We have 1 more breath. I know some of us may be starting to shake. I feel it too. And exhale, let's slowly lower 1 vertebrae at a time. Beautifully done. Open the arms out to the shape of a T. Arms are wide. And then see if you can start to drag the backs of your hands along the floor as you bring the arms overhead. So just stop at the point where your arms start to lift. Maybe they come all the way up overhead, or maybe you end up in sort of an X shape, or I guess a Y shape really, with the arms. And just take a few breaths here. We're looking to feel a nice stretch into the shoulders. You can let the knees fall in together just to bring the hips into a bit of internal rotation as you breathe. And we'll simply return the arms to that T shape, so drag the backs of your hands back along the floor and invite both knees in towards the heart before letting them drop over towards the right. Maybe you take the gaze over the left shoulder. Supine twist. Just 1 more breath here. And really use the abs to swing those knees back up through center and over towards the other side. So the knees go left, maybe that gaze comes right. Once more, the knees come up through center. Softly set down one foot and then the other. And let's inhale the arms up towards the sky. Bring them directly over your face as you bring the palms together. And exhale, bring those palms down towards your heart, placing one palm on top of the other hand, right on top of your heart. Close the eyes. Coming back to your intention, whether it was simply to release or something else today. You're very welcome to remain on your backs a moment longer. Otherwise, I wish you a beautiful day, and I look forward to practicing together again soon. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you enjoyed this class, I'd love to invite you to join the full 7-day Yoga Jumpstart Challenge, which you can find by clicking right here. I also invite you, of course, to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that we can continue to meet on the mat for more practices to help you feel and move better.